apologizing for the technical difficulties here as we resume here. You missed an infield single. What more? I mean, no surprise there.
Stolen base for Foster as well.
Yeah, so doing exactly what he does best for Kyle Velasquez here at South County High School. We're not South County High School, no longer. We're here at Montgomery Blair High School. We were at South County a couple days ago.
What an adventure that was.
We'll be in D.C. tomorrow night. Trying to bunt there. Squaring is an offering there. Is Velasquez for the first strike, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 here with nobody out. Foster standing at second and could score on a ball up the middle easily. Gets the bunt down, and it's a foul ball. Still 1-2. Velasquez getting the signs once more. Here's the pitch. Chopped up the middle. That's going to be a base hit, and that'll score Foster easily, and the Big Train take the lead. Rounding and heading for second is Velasquez, and he's in there with a single, and Darius Foster comes in to score, and the Big Train have taken the lead here in the ninth.
What a huge, huge RBI. Little chopper up the middle, perfectly placed off the bat of Kyle Velasquez. Keeps going, rounding first, heading to second, potentially trying to draw a throw, but no shot to get the speedy Darius Foster, who, like we said, did what he does best. Gets on base with an infield single, legging it out, steals second to put himself in scoring position, and comes home. No better way to put yourself in a position to take the lead here in the top of the ninth, as the Big Train just did.
Lewis bends a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Sean Ewell. Sean Ewell tonight, 0 for 4. Couple of strikeouts. Looking to change that here with one swing. Or one swing can make it a 3-run lead for Bethesda. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Wanted it.
I'll go as a single for Velasquez. Advanced to second on the throw
home. Yeah, I figured
home.
it would. I figured it would because he was stopped and then he waited for them to throw to run. But smart base running there for Velasquez. Still nobody out. 0-2 now to Sean Ewell. Lays off. Did he go around? He didn't. He did, and he struck him out. That didn't look
That was
like
the strangest yes he did motion I've ever seen from third base umpire Andy Simmons. Looked like he pointed. No fist, no out signal, just a point, sure.
So big strikeout as Rocco Pepe stands in. Dancing around on second base is Velasquez.
Pepe
draws the throw back. And
1 for 2 today. Flew out in the second. Worked a walk in the third. Was stranded. Was hit by a pitch in the fifth. Was stranded. Singled and stole second in the seventh and was stranded.
There goes Velasquez, and he's hit.
How about his
again.
Second hit by pitch of the game? Can't be happy with that one.
Rocco
I mean, he
Pepe,
is just
a magnet this season.
I don't know what it is about his batting stance. He's not like overtly over the plate, but I mean, he just takes them.
Rocco the Magnet, they'll call him, as he's worn 7 this season.
We'll find something better than that.
Yeah, there's more to him than just being hit by pitch.
I meant something better than Rocco the Magnet.
But sometimes you just got to deal with it. That's really how it goes. These guys love Jack Cohn.
Can't blame him.
Grant Knipp is due up, barring a double play. On deck wearing his his shin guards. Cone squaring a bunt, gets it down, and it's a beautiful bunt, and that'll get all the runners up and maybe be safe at first. As Cone as it gets away, and Velasquez can trot in easily. Pepe rounding, he's going to come in and scores. It goes all the way down the right field line. Jack Cone all the way to third, and the Big Train expand their lead to 3. It's 6-3. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that one. I really don't.
I'm trying to remember which play it was earlier in this game where the same thing happened to Nolan Shanuel at first, where the ball just kind of squirted by him. Oh, I think it was on the pickoff attempt. I'll find it. Maybe I won't. It was a pickoff attempt by Eddington. It just squirted past Shanuel. Or maybe it was by Metz. That might explain why I can't find it on the scorecard in front of me.
Cone is basically at first base when you get the ball. At that point, you just got to put it in your back pocket. There's no need for a throw there, and 2 runs come in. So there's a strike in there for Nip.
No, I agree there.
And we'll see who gets the 9th for the Big Train, barring some more runs.
It was in the 10th inning. It was Stephen Rice who stood 90 feet away as potentially the winning run for Silver Spring Tacoma in the bottom of the 10th of that first game we played here today, an eventual 10-3 Big Train victory. It feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
As we near 10 minutes past the 10 o'clock hour here.
Going for 7-1 and the 500th win in Coach Sal Colangelo's summer baseball career, but still an inning to go as that's tapped towards third. No chance to get the runner at home. And it gets by, and Nip's going to beat it out. How about that?
It's easy to beat out a throw, and there is no throw from Rice up the middle at the shortstop position. He did what we should have seen from the Silver Spring Tacoma defense on the last play,
and
was just able to swallow it.
1 more run away from the benchmark. It's 8 runs or more in almost every game. This one dangerously close to that.
Not almost every game, in every game.
Yeah. It's just shocking. But not shocking when you see this team play as Doyle stands in with Nip on first and 1 out. 7-3 the score. Fouls it off. So no longer a save situation, so still waiting for that elusive second save for the Big Train this year. Ryan Metz, of course. I mean, Rons could potentially get one, don't you think? If he pitches 3. He didn't enter in a safe situation, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah, he just stands as the winning pitcher.
As Doyle swings and misses there. Tough pill to swallow here in the top of the 9th if you're the T-Bolts. One out, 0-2 to Doyle. Fouled back into the screen once more. 1-2, or 0-2, still to Trevor Doyle. There goes the runner, Nip. Doyle fouls it down the left field line. Hit and run was on there. Nip was running almost immediately. So a single and a couple of errors on that play for Jack Cone.
Yeah, single. And
Does he get RBI for that?
Throwing error by the catcher. He's listed as having no RBIs tonight, so
it's outside, and Nip will trot on down to second base.
I guess they're saying because first base was open and he was bunting the runners over, runners wouldn't have scored without the throwing error. Which I guess makes sense.
Well, errors will come back to haunt, as we've seen in this inning, especially if they come in bunches. Never like to see that.
Winning RBI currently belonging to Kyle Velasquez. Brought home Darius Foster.
So 1-2 to Doyle. There goes Nip in the dirt. No chance to get him, and Nip showing off the wheels there. Nip did get an RBI, though, on his, as he drove in Cone with that single.
Yes. That would be correct.
And the count runs full here. Doesn't seem to be, or there does seem to be action. The bullpen looks like it is Jesse Barron up and throwing. Obscured a bit by Keith Torres' head.
Probably in line for an outing.
It's in the dirt and ball 4.
I mean, heck of a take there from Doyle. You know, started the count 0-2 and able to work it all the way back full and then eventually take his base there for Keith Torres with runners on the corners now. And we'll get a mound visit from the Silver Spring Tacoma dugout.
Runs and bunches has been the theme thus far this season for the Big Train. 7 runs, and all their runs come in like 1 inning. That's really how it's happened.
When it rains, it pours. That is my analysis. Be here all week.
No, we're
No.
going to D.C. tomorrow, Ben.
No rain in the forecast, for those wondering. The next couple days, not till Saturday. And even then, it's unlikely.
Keith Torres
Might
is
get
up.
some Monday.
We see a fire
we got
truck
a fire truck.
showing as this inning's gone up in flames for the, for the T-Bolts. Runner goes. Throw down as the runner comes home, and Nip will score. But the out at second, Doyle is caught stealing. Nip comes in to score, and it's 8-3 Big Train, and they have reached the witching run.
Thank you, Scott Hansen.
I don't know what I had it as last time. I think it was...
It was the mercy rule. When they
Oh,
ran.
yes. You can go either way as that ball gets away from the catcher.
All right, that time I stayed still. I just blinked. So we're making progress here.
Keith Torres still up. Nip came in to score. Caught stealing, Trevor Doyle. Stolen base. Stole home, Grant Nip. Not the flashy steal home. It's in the dirt again, and it's 2-1. Been a slog of an inning for Evan Lewis. That's really all you can say. Yeah, I mean, the fire truck aptly describes the inning for the T-Bolts. There's ball 3. So Lewis losing the strike zone here with Gump due up. We'll see who they send to the mound for the 9th inning. Ron's night is probably done. So it's in the dirt, and Torres will take ball 4. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad inning for the T-Bolts.
They have batted through the order now with 2 outs, looking to potentially go around.
Love to see Brady Gump lean into one here and send it. But
just absolutely torque one.
Love to see it land on the roof of the... I think if anyone could do that, it's Kemp.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come out of the bullpen.
We'll have to see. He is available after all. It's outside ball 1, and Lewis just not hitting his spots here. Once again, no rain in the forecast of this game. Even if there was, would be official after this inning if they call it. It came pretty fast the last time we were here.
Check swing.
Check swing there, but taken all the way, I guess, 2-0. We'll see. Yeah, once again, I'd love to see who's up.
It's a tough spot for the Big Train bullpen out there.
3-0.
Because where the pitcher would stand to throw is right behind that light tower in left foul territory.
Gump here with a 3-0 count. We'll see if he's got a green light here. It's in the
Doesn't
dirt.
need
Ball
it.
4. Doesn't need it. Lewis misses again.
Green means go down to first base because you just took a 4-pitch walk.
And that'll turn things over for the leadoff hitter, Darius Foster.
So there is in my opinion, I feel like this hasn't really come up between ourselves, but I've definitely seen this debated. There's a difference between batting through the order and batting around.
Yes. You have to go through
if
all
Gump
9.
had been retired, they would have batted through.
Yes.
But now that Foster, I'm so used to Austin Gauthier leading off. Now that Foster is coming back to the bat, actually, I think we may have a pinch hitter here.
And a new pitcher, Wesley Krager, is going to take the mound.
I know it is Foster. He was hanging out by the first step of that dugout.
Never an inning you want to see out of any reliever as Krager takes over. Out-of-town scoreboard. Mets have defeated the Cubs by a score of 6-3 and have taken all three games so far, despite losing Jacob deGrom in the early innings. The real out-of-town scoreboard will get you that in just a second, Ben.
Alexandria retaking the lead over Gaithersburg, 8-4 down in Northern Virginia. And South County gets their second win of the season with an 8-6 decision over
And
DC.
they were down 6-0 in that game. So 8 unanswered runs.
Giants and Aces, as we said, 8-4 in the top of the ninth. Gaithersburg trying to get their last licks in here. Actually, no, I think this is just about to go final.
Yeah, Wesley Krager, the new pitcher, is
Strikeout swinging
Darius Foster will bat.
for Booma to end that one.
Went to the high school of our very own Bryn Smith.
I don't think that's what she was looking for when she asked for a shout-out.
Yeah, oh well. You got your shout out, Bryn. Be happy.
6 in the first for DC. That's
Popped
Foster.
way up there by Foster, and that'll go out of play, potentially landing on the bleachers. You never know.
Yeah, so 6 in the first for DC, and then how about this? 3 in the sixth, 5 in the seventh for South County as they come all the way back in this one. Much needed bounce back for them after getting shellacked by the Train over the last 2 games.
Yeah. Use them as a bit of a punching bag as that swing and a miss there from Foster, and 0-2 quickly.
Steamrolled.
Yeah, 31-3 they outscored them in the 2 games, the home and home. Back-to-back mercy rules.
Back-to-back early drives home for
Yeah.
us. That's what that means.
Well, the drive isn't as far when you're at Povich. The 0-2. Charge down the first base side and foul.
Wesley Krieger. Back-to-back texters. Wow, 6'8", 230. I mean, I went to the roster to get another look because, I mean, he towers there on the mound. But, man, 6'8".
So that towers outside. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Rising sophomore, Georgetown, Texas native. Out of the stretch.
1-2 to Darius Foster. Was 2 for 5 today, or 2 for 4 with a walk. Couple of singles as well as his first RBI of the season. Popped way up there into foul territory, hoping for a play as Miller. He will settle under it. And did not make the catch against the wall. Sorry, I got obscured a bit there by Kyle Velasquez in the on-deck circle.
I had the better angle there. It was a tough play. Miller coming over there. I think Rice coming over from the shortstop position as well. Barnett coming in from left field. And I don't think any of them really called each other off, as Rice and Miller were right next to each other under it, and neither had a great look, and that one fell harmlessly to the gravel warning track that goes all the way around Blair Stadium.
It's up high, and it's 2-2. Just trying to get this inning to bed is Wesley Krager.
5 appearances out of the pen. His first year with Louisiana Tech. They call themselves the Diamond Dogs, apparently. A 6.75 ERA, 3 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings pitched.
And outside 3-2,
Loads.
in jeopardy of loading the bases here.
His favorite athlete? Mets pitcher Jacob deGrom.
That's a good one to have, except for the fact that he's now injured, apparently. I don't know. He apparently left with shoulder soreness, but they should probably IL him. That's foul back in the screen.
Hit somebody.
He has met Joe Rogan.
Yes. The fun fact of all fun facts. He has experienced
Apparently
the
Joe Rogan's
experience up hand.
5'3".
Yeah, I mean, 6'8",
Ball four.
5'3", that's got to be an interesting meet and greet, and it'll be a meet and greet for Darius Foster and Palmera down at first as Foster works the bases full.
Bases loaded now for Kyle Velasquez, who's charged a couple this year. Love to see him with the bases loaded. Snow and Sean Uelbats on deck. See who they bring in. Once again, I keep mentioning this, but as the lead starts to grow a little bit, you can take the reins off. Ball one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of question that, Coach Sal's going to have to ask is, when you have a guy like, Jesse Barron, who hasn't pitched now in, 3-4 days. He pitched, I guess it was Sunday night against Gaithersburg, had an inning.
Yeah, just a as it's inside, and there's a strike. 2-1. Bases juiced. Ducks on pond. Ducks on the pond.
No, he's just turned it down.
Grounded at third. Should be an easy play. Bobbled a bit at third, and he'll get the out at third. There.
No, I think he beat it.
Oh, he beat the play. And another run comes in to score, and it's 9-3 Big Train on the fielder's choice by the third baseman, Miller.
So Torres comes home to score. And again, that's one I'll have to double check if that's an RBI for Velasquez.
It has to be because the ball was put in play, and there was no error on the play. He just Nolan Shanuel.
Not Chanel.
They've said his name wrong every single time tonight.
That's the one that's gotten butchered the most.
It's in the dirt, or down low, and it's 2-0. Outside, 3-0, and in jeopardy of getting in another run here. Krager came out pumping, but couldn't get an out, and now... And ball four. So another run's in, and it's 10-3 Big Train, and the same score that happened in the first game.
10-3. Third baseman, number 1, Rocco Pepe.
So Pepe's up again with the bases loaded. He was up with the bases loaded earlier as they keep pouring it on here. Using that ninth inning. Whoa. Sailed over the head. As if you're Rocco Pepe, you got to just be like, come on.
Bases are unloaded now.
Bases unloaded. But Pepe has been the target of several hit by pitches this year. That's a wild pitch all the way. His father not very happy. Don't worry, Len. We are just as angry as you are. It's inside, and it's now 2-0. Pepe just shook his head after that.
At some point, you just got to be like, come on, man. What do I got to do?
There's a strike, 2-1. Pours in there. Yeah, Rocco's been hit 7 times this year. Having to wear a couple and bear the brunt. That one hits him as well. So that's the 8th hit by pitch for Rocco Pepe this year.
Third in this game.
Third in this game. There's really not much more you can say. That one was a bit closer than the others. But loading the bases once more on, stop me if you've heard this before, hit by pitch for Rocco Pepe.
Sorry, Len.
Sorry, Len. Your son is a magnet.
He's taking him like a champ. You got to give him credit for that.
Cone with a big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. And I'd love to see Cone just crush one here. Put an exclamation point in this game. 11-3 the score. In the dirt. 1-1. Worm burner. We'll wait to see what Len has to say this time, as his son has been in trouble a bit here in the batter's box. There's another big swing by Cone, and it's 1-2. Rocco Pepe has been hit 8 times. There's ball 2. Now, you went to the record for the strikeouts in a game. Is there a record for hit by pitches in a season for the Big Train?
I'm going to have to do some digging for that one. I don't know if we have that
Cone
one
fouls
as
that back.
easily accessible.
It could be in that little portmanteau of a document there that you have.
Could be.
Can I see it?
Sure.
Love to take a look at this record as Cone fouls it off again, and we have some time.
I got to find the page again first.
Pepe, of course, the 500th player in Big Train history, and Sal Colangelo staring his 500th win in the face. So that one nearly hits Cone as it goes over his head, and another run's going to come in to score. 12-3. Things are just snowballing here in this inning.
I mean, it has just gone
South.
dead quiet here as well. You can hear people, some slight coughs upstairs.
Grant Nip
Shanuel over to third, and Pepe to second.
outside. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. OBP, I mean, I don't even, there's not much more I can say about this inning. Walk there for Cone. Control just not there. Bases loaded, Grant Nip. Things are, as Nip socks one to deep right field. Back on the warning track at the wall, and he makes the catch. A loud out number 3 finally as Grant Nip gave that one a ride, but Christian Maceda back to the absolute last possible moment makes the catch. And the 9th inning, mercifully, is finally over. It's a Big Train lead at 12-3 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Last licks. Just 3 outs away from Sal Colangelo's 500th win as a Summer League manager, and no one better to close it out than Jesse Barron here, as he'll face off against Miller, Rice, and Hauser Joe after the inning just snowballed. There's that's inside. Ball 1 is that nearly hit Miller, and we'd like to just bring up that Rocco Pepe's been hit 8 times once more this season in 8
3 in
games.
this game.
In 8 games, 3 times in this game. Not good. Inside ball 2, and Barron missing a bit here. Len Pepe not very happy that his son is
Understandably.
understandably we get it. and a lot of them have been painful. So there's a strike, and it's 2-1. You know, he missed a game because of that. And, you know, the third hit by pitch wasn't as close as some of the others were, as that's stolen a strike there. And it's 2-2. Jesse Barron trying to just send this game into the history books. Big Train looking to go 7-1 in the early goings of this season. So Barron sets and delivers. Breaking ball in there. Strike 3 called. 1 down. Good pitch there from Jesse Barron, and he gets Miller looking for the first out.
We know Jesse Barron loves those backward Ks in the scorebooks. As we have a pinch hitter here.
Tommy Dunleavy will stand up at the plate for Stephen Rice, the shortstop.
Death, taxes, Tommy Dunleavy being subbed in for Silver Spring Tacoma.
This is 1-0 now to Dunleavy, the pinch hitter.
So he pinch hit to strike out with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th to send the game to extras, the first game to extras. Then he came on to pitch in extra innings. And now here he is with 1 out, pinch hitting for Stephen Rice at the bottom of the order.
Not the knuckleballer Stephen Wright as he fouls that one off, and it's 1-2 quickly here.
Or the comedian. Highly recommend you do your research on
So
Stephen
Sal probably
Wright, the
not one for
comedian.
recognition, but we'll give him his just due after this one's over.
Beautiful breaking ball.
Good slider there from Barron, but it's still 2-2. That's it. Looping, arcing, fly a ball into left field, and that'll be a base hit. A swinging bunt of a base hit for Tommy Dunleavy, and he's aboard here with 1 out in the 9th. Dunleavy hit that ball about 5 miles an hour, but it landed for a base hit.
Now batting pitch hitter number 5, Marcus Brown.
Marcus Brown to pinch hit for Dale Hauser. Saw him a few times in that last game. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Jesse Barron looking to close this one out for Sal Colangelo. After the Big Train scored 9 runs, I believe it is, in that last inning.
Yes, you
That
would
might be their
correct.
highest scoring inning of all season. Scorebook's nightmare. As it's 1-1 here to Marcus Brown, the pinch hitter. Grounds out one to third. Oh, off the glove of the third baseman, Pepe, and into the outfield. Not sure what they'll call that. Likely a single hit very hard as Pepe had to leap to get to that one. So a base hit, back-to-back base hits. And Marcus Brown and Dunleavy, the 2 pinch hitters, are aboard. For another pinch hitter,
Coming into the game number is a pitch hitter
Nigel Calderon.
Nigel Calderon, University of Hawaii.
Another flying Hawaiian on this roster. So we've seen quite often Coach empty his bench for T-Bolts.
Yes. And why not when you're down 9 with 2 outs to go?
It's also a pinch runner at first base. Have to figure out who that is. Oh, it's our old friend. Diego Barrett comes in as the pinch runner at first base. How about that? Bounced foul, 1-1. Love to see Diego here. There's a ball, and it's 2-1 from Barron. I have to put him in another column. That is on the screws, line to the shortstop, and that's going to be a double play to end the ball game, and there it is. Sal Colangelo's 500th win as a Summer League manager, and a double play to end it. A sparkling turn by the shortstop Torres to get the runner Dunleavy at second, and the ball game is over, ladies and gentlemen. The Big Train have pulled into Victory Station with a resounding 12-3 victory as this one heads into the history books. And the Big Train move to 7-1 as they get firm hold on first place in the CRCBL. 500 victories for Sal Colangelo, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. What an achievement. It just really shows the just overall, not just longevity, but overall excellence that Sal preaches day in and day out to his teams. It starts at the top, and you can see the effect it has on his team as they just live up to what he expects from them. You know, a stifling offensive game to start things out, but, man, when those bats get hot, they get hot. Some help from some out-of-control pitching as well there in the ninth. But Petal went to the meadow, and the train rolled on. Another stop at the victory station.
Absolutely. The win goes to Cooper Rons. He moves to 2-0, and Evan Lewis will get the loss. Not sure what his record is, but we'll get to that soon. Stay tuned here on Big Train TV for Big Train TV postgame coming right up.
From the bowels of Montgomery Blair Stadium here, underneath the bleachers, Ben Bobek and Tyler Gallo here for Big Train TV as we welcome you in for our Big Train postgame. Following this one, a 12-3 decisive decision for the Big Train in their second of two tonight. Sal Colangelo's 500th win here in the CRCBL as the Hall of Fame manager for the Big Train. And Tyler, kind of similar to the game that we completed in extra innings earlier this afternoon, the Big Train struggled to get going, 3 runs before the ninth, but man, when they got going, they did so in a big way.
Absolutely, 9 runs, all culminating in just a ton of hit by pitches, a ton of walks in that ninth inning. Rocco Pepe hit 3 times in this game, 8 times all season. He's having a painful year. Nothing else you can say about that, and it was just a slog of an inning for Silver Spring as they really just they played themselves out of the game. Their pitchers didn't come in, didn't throw strikes. They didn't get any control. They had all of these control issues in the world. I mean, third baseman made a botch of a play to third base to tag him out, and the Big Train took advantage, as they often do, and the Big Train moved to 7-1 in this season. Just what a game. I mean, through the first couple innings, it was great. It was a pitcher's duel. Love a good pitcher's duel. Love to see pitchers mowing down the batters, and then all of a sudden it just snowballed, and that's what did them in.
And do you have any player of the game besides perhaps Cooper Rons or Jake Eddington?
You know, I'm going to have to go with Jake Eddington here, but from purely offensive standpoint, I think you got to take a look at Darius Foster, coming in, a couple of singles. You can take a look here. I mean, and then Grant Knipp as well, coming around to score a couple times. But yeah, it's got to go to the pitching staff, and I think Jake Eddington deserves it coming in. And
seems to be a little bit of a trend. Yesterday we gave it to who was it yesterday? Matt Bedford.
Right. Well, and you really can only have strong pitching if you have strong hitting, is they keep the runs off the board, and they don't keep them out of this game. And Eddington was just that. 5 innings pitched. Doesn't get the win, but maybe he deserved. But the 9 runs come across for the line of Cooper Rons, and he gets his second victory of the season tonight. And just a great performance. 9 strikeouts in relief, and then I believe it was a total of 17 strikeouts for Big Train pitching tonight. Used all that effort tonight on the pitching staff, maybe not on the offensive side until the last inning. They didn't really have to swing the bat in that 9th inning, but that's really all they needed, the 9 runs in that inning.
As you said, Cooper Rons get the win. Nothing but a quality start in the scorebook for Jake Eddington. Again, a massive 5-inning outing for him with 9 strikeouts. Really lit up the T-Bolt batters. A lot of swing and miss stuff. Really showed off what he has in the arsenal. The loss goes to Evan Lewis, who started off that dreadful 9th inning for Silver Spring Tacoma. Tyler, final thoughts on this one before we wrap things up?
Well, I'm excited for DC tomorrow, a new team they haven't played yet, and we'll see if they can bring the bats down south a little bit to DC and see how they do there. Just a good game for the Big Train, as it normally is. 7-1. They firmly entrenched in number 1 spot in the standings, as the Alexandria Aces have lost tonight. So it's their division to lose. That's all you can.
I think Alexandria came back to 1.
Alexandria came back to 1. Well, they're still firmly in
Right.
first place regardless. It's their division to lose, as it always is. And the Big Train, continue to just stunt on them as they go out and get a big victory here tonight.
7-1 on the season. Like you said, that rain out from June the 11th will be made up tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Washington Nationals Youth Academy down in Southeast D.C. We'll be there.